Okay, so you just saw me unbox Apple's brand new eGPU. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, sneakers, and anything creative. So I'm trying to work this brand new Macbook Pro into the setup, so I'm revamping it, cleaning it up, rearranging it, as well as I had to work this eGPU from Apple into my setup. Now this thing is huge. This thing is like about a good, it's a nice size, so make sure you got so make sure you have space on your setup for this thing. You gotta allot some space for this thing because it's huge, it's big, it's a nice size tower. And another thing, the cable that's included, it is very short. So your device that you're using this eGPU, it has to be within a close proximity. Highly recommend getting a longer Thunderbolt 3 cable. I'm just let you know that now. If you plan to get this thing, especially if you want to tuck it, hide it, or have your machine in a different orientation than having it super close to it, get a longer Thunderbolt 3 cable. I know, trust me, I was upset when I pulled that thing out and I took a look at the length and realized I had to move my laptop from the far left over to the close right to where I have this eGPU hidden behind this monitor right here. It's right behind there. That was a small hurdle with this thing, how short the Thunderbolt 3 cable is, but it's fixable. I'll eventually have to go and buy a longer Thunderbolt 3 so that way I can customize my setup the way I really want it to be. This is really cool. This is awesome. This is what sold me on the MacBook Pro, is the idea when Apple paired this eGPU so you can get desktop performance with this thing. I haven't gotten into extensive, this is kind of like my first impressions. I kind of just want to inform you on a few things you might need to know. Like number one is space. This thing is a nice size. It's, you know, make sure you got space or a lot of space on your desk setup or whatever. And then also in that, with the space, as far as placement, you're definitely gonna want to get a longer Thunderbolt 3 cable, because with how short that thing is, it is very limited in where you can place it. Oh yeah, let me just say this. Now there's a dock on the back of this eGPU. This was very important. I really wanted to throw this in there. And I held out on buying a dock because when you get on Thunderbolt 3, it's inevitable. You're gonna have to get a dock. There's Thunderbolt 3 USB-C coming from a MacBook Pro Retina, which had the SD card, USB A plugs and all that. I need a dock, and docks aren't cheap. Thunderbolt 3 docks are taxing. They are expensive, but they're nice and they are a must. But there's a dock on the back of this eGPU, so I was like, all right, let me hold off. As soon as I got this eGPU, I'm about to put the dock to use. Now here's the caveat with that. It has a power source, but there's no on and off power button. So that power source is just on. So anything you plug into that eGPU dock is just gonna be live and going all the time. Like I have the K65 Lux keyboard, and even when I turn off my computer and I shut off everything, the GPU turns off, but that dock is still live with power. So my keyboard light stays on. My hard drive, external hard drive, I had the 8 terabyte hooked up to it. That thing is still on. Like whatever you plug up to this dock is gonna have consistent power. If anyone knows a fix or anything for that, let me know. I need a dock that when I turn off my computer, everything, all power shuts off to all the devices, everything else shuts down. You got any suggestions for Thunderbolt 3 docks? If you're experiencing this, please, in the comment section below, give me some suggestions for some very good Thunderbolt 3 docks. I need one bad. Now, as far as performance, I have yet to really get in and dig deep and test this, but I'm gonna give you I did one brief test. Now this is with Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, as I'm finding out, and as I want to inform you, Adobe Premiere Pro rendering speeds in comparison to on Windows, going on Mac, it's a total different world. It is a lot slower on Mac OS. Adobe Premiere Pro and Mac OS, they're not talking the same language when it comes to rendering. And I think this is purposely done by maybe Mac and maybe Adobe. I'm not sure who's the culprit in this this evil scheme and plot. Final Cut Pro is probably the most ideal software to use if you need rendering speeds that are faster. Like, I still have to put this to the test. I'm gonna get Final Cut Pro. That's gonna be the next step. And then that way I can really show you rendering speeds from Final Cut Pro in comparison to Premiere Pro. This has been a long time talk and debate and argument. I wanna experience it for myself because I haven't been on Final Cut Pro for one at all. I've never used it, so I wanna experience it and see how it is. I love Premiere Pro. I'm just gonna say that. It's a great software. great capabilities. I'm in a comfort zone in Premiere Pro. I can edit, and my editing speed is quick, fast. I got a good ebb and flow on there. So getting out of Premiere Pro is a little hesitant for me, but I'm gonna give Final Cut Pro a try. Now, with that being said, Final Cut Pro X came out a while ago. I think it was 2011. And yes, Apple is a one-time pay, but here's the caveat. I bought Logic Pro 9 a while back, before Logic Pro X. And as of right now on the current OS, it is not compatible. So yeah, it's a great price. Yes, it's a lot cheaper. Yes, it's a one-time fee, but do know in due time with Apple, your software is gonna become obsolete. So right now I'm kind of nervous because Final Cut Pro X is getting closer to that obsolete point, I believe. And I need to know, is Apple getting ready to drop a new Final Cut Pro? Because if I go out and I dump X amount of dollars on Final Cut Pro X, and then they turn around the corner, I don't know, in the next couple months or year and drop the next rendition of Final Cut Pro, I'm gonna be upset, because I won't lie. When Logic Pro 9 stopped working on the latest OS, I was hurt. I felt like my relationship with Apple kind of got tainted at that point, software-wise, you know what I mean? So my relationship with Apple has been really, as of lately, but I'm rooting and I'm hoping for Apple to come out on the upside, to make a big about face and go back to the people like me who were the pro consumers way back when Apple was the industry standard and I supported you. So come back and support me, Apple. So this eGPU, it's a great idea. It's a great concept. It's awesome. I want to put this hardware to use. And honestly, I think I'm going to have to get Final Cut Pro to really see. So I'm about to edit a project in Premiere Pro from start to finish and then render it out. So that way I can test this eGPU. So this is more of a unboxing, a quick first impression. Some of the things I just wanted to point out right off bat. Now, I'm gonna get into putting this thing to use so I can give you a more detailed performance, review on this thing, and actually, is it worth the price tag that it has and so forth. So I gave you a little brief first impression, a few little caveats and things. So let's find out, is this thing really worth it? I need to go edit this project. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, sneakers, anything creative. Smash that like button, smash that sub button. I'll be back with another video. I got a ton more Apple Macbook Pro videos coming. I got other videos on other tech reviews and so forth. I got videos, bruh. So if you haven't hit that sub button, go and smash that thing. Let's get to 10,000 subs this year. Trust me, I got content coming. I got your smartphones, whatever. I got it. You need it, I got it. Filming, cameras, lenses, tech. Anyways, I'm out. Let me go edit this project here, guys. I just want to squeeze this in real quick. I'm about to throw this actually into the project that I'm about to edit right now. I'm rambling. I know I do that a lot. I'm sorry.